Well, the biggest bubble stock you've ever seen, Nvidia, worth $3 trillion. I mean, that's more than the GDP of half the countries in the world. Nvidia, what does it make? Chips. But it has a 90%, it's like a 900% markup on their chips because no one else makes them. And we need them for AI. Well, they just all got found out by the Chinese. Deepseek, a new form of AI, a Chinese AI, became the number one downloaded AI platform on the Apple Store. And how much did it take to get created? Billion? 60 billion? 6 billion. You know, you need the AI data centers, you need these NVIDIA chips, you need $5.6 million. $5.6 million? That's less than like NVIDIA spends on its tea and coffee in a week, let alone building its AI app. That's how cheap it was to make, right? And there's nothing they can do about it. This has shocked the world. AI was meant to be this really expensive thing. They want high barriers to entry. Remember, the whole point of American tech is high barriers to entry to keep everyone else out so we get a monopoly. That's what you want. The more government regulation, the better. They're not... Monopolies don't not want government regulation. They love government regulation because it keeps other players out from competing. They love extra onerous tick box exercise because small players can't pay for that and therefore they say stay small and cannot be big. That is what happens. And so this AI has just got found out. You don't need the servers. You don't need the electricity. You don't need the chips. Now, there was one caveat we have to say here. We don't know, and I think what's happening is this Deepseek, what it does, it goes and it uses OpenAI and ChatGPT and uses all the other platforms to go and do its searching for it, as well as other sources. Apparently, that's why it's superior. People actually say, it's not people, it is superior to ChatGPT. It is superior to anything. Why? Because, definitely Gemini, that garbage. Why? Because it gets from other sources, from Japan and Africa, while ChatGPT just sticks to fake news, US, Western lies, basically. This explores other areas. Now, obviously, we know it's restricted to Chinese stuff. Obviously, it has to be. It's part of the Chinese Communist Party. So don't ask, you know, what happened in Tiananmen Square. Oh, they love making fun of it, these idiots. Yeah, okay. So what? I don't care about that. For that, I'll go on Google. Yeah, you happy? You happy? I'll go look at all the American deep state stuff and see what happens on Google and ChatGPT. What about everyone being black? Do you remember that on ChatGPT? Everyone was black. George Washington was black. Didn't see a problem there, did you? Laughing at the Chinese. Absolute jokes, these hypocrites. Anyway, this is a much better platform. It uses those platforms to do its work for it, and then it gets you the data, and it builds better language models. It builds better products than the original things because it gets from other sources as well. So you're going to say, isn't that stealing? And I'll tell you, no, because what is normal AI? What is ChatGPT? It steals from the internet. It goes and takes from whatever sources are out there. People wrote those articles. People wrote those recipes. People wrote those songs. People did those diagrams. It steals it and then gives it to you for free. No, doesn't pay a penny. That is why AI is touted as the next big thing, because it's free and it steals billions and billions, if not trillions worth of content and sells it, much like YouTube or other platforms basically sell content. I'm part of the content and they get it to you for, you know, I don't get paid for this. So see, I'm not, you know, I don't get paid for this, but other people get, you know, or the people that do get paid, Mr. Beast, how much does he get paid for the amount of views he makes? Come on, right? So the big guys take all the money and the little guy gets basically nothing. That's what happens with AI. So the Chinese said, you know what? We'll just use the other platforms against them. And it's open source as well, another point, meaning anyone can copy it. They have totally destroyed their narrative of real AI really needing these NVIDIA super expensive $100,000 chips. They either aren't using them, or I suspect Again, you don't need them. What is it? It's 2 nanometer to 1 nanometer. So I'll just use 2 chips. Like, I don't get it. I actually don't get it. It's like saying, a Samsung S24 compared to a Samsung S21. There isn't that much difference. There really isn't. A Samsung S24 to a Samsung 14, there's not that much difference. So it's absolute garbage. It's just rubbish they've been feeding you to pump up their stock price to $3 trillion. And all the others have rode on these coattails and they've been found out. And we're going to see what happens. Because remember, Tesla was the EV. Yeah, it was the first one. It was the first. It was the initial, an amazing, innovative car. The Chinese stole the whole thing. BYD seal, exactly the same as Tesla 3, but better. Just better. Just everything is better. They make everything better. They have much bigger range, better warranty, better screen, better seats. That's what they do, the Chinese. You think they're dumb, cheap little joke things? Yeah, they make cheap things for people who want cheap things. But where's the iPhone made? China. Where is most Teslas made? China. Where everything is made in China. Where's your laptop made? China. What are you talking about? Everything is made there. So they took it, the EVs, and Tesla's sales, Q4, was lower than the year before. This is a market that's grown 20% EVs per year in America and Europe. 20% in 2024 grew. Tesla sales went down. What does that mean? They are being wiped across the board off. They are being decimated. The legacy car makers, they're all going to shut down factories. We all know. Volkswagen shutting. Nissan had to merge with Honda. Toyota's in trouble. GM has made losses for the last 3 quarters. Ford is in loss. Everyone is in disaster because the Chinese, you can put up all your tariffs you want. First, the Americans, they saw the Chinese were better at 5G. They said, no, rip out the Huawei Y. No, it's forbidden. No, it's banned. And they ripped it all out. Then they saw the EVs were much better and cheaper. Oh, 100% tariffs. Then they saw they were getting into EY. Ban, chip ban. You can't export it. Chinese are like, we don't care. Do what you want. You're incapable. We have the cleverest people. We have the best engineers. We have the cheapest cost of production. We have the most dedicated workers. We work hard. We're extremely clever. We don't need you. You're paying $300,000 for an AI tech architect who works a few hours here, works from home for the rest. We pay 30 grand. He works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, has like 10 PhDs, and he's committed and he develops things. Please don't compare America to China. Yes, America has more money because it prints it. It's just a printing press. But China doesn't care. It's got the brains. It's got the talent. It's got the work ethic. And look what they've just come up with. Smashed the entire $1 trillion scam. And again, what I'm saying is, look at Tesla. Q4 sales went down. Things are looking bad. They're basically now just gonna trim along. Again, they are the Western leader. Obviously in America, because of the 100% tariffs, they're good there, but no one's buying it there. And Europe's stuffed now. No one can be bothered with EVs. So, they got this little closed market over here, but they ain't selling to South America. They ain't selling to Africa. They ain't selling to Asia, right? They're done. They're done. Okay, all they can do is stay in their Western little enclave, and that's basically it. What did we see? Their stock doubled. So again, one doesn't have to do with the other. Nvidia could very well keep going up. Why? Because of speculators and stupid dumb people. It's the dot-com bubble. Remember, no one was making money in the dot-com bubble, and it went up. Nvidia does actually make excessive profits. It is traded at a ridiculous 33 PE ratio, which is absolutely insane, right? Normal should be about 14 if you want to go tech, 20, but 33 is obviously insane. But again, not too crazy. It's not dot-com prices. But again, it could go up. But fundamentally, it's finished. Its lunch has been eaten. It has no chance. Just like the European 5G, just like the EVs, China will decimate it. Gone, right? That is where it's worth nothing. and all the OpenAI and all the AI gone. Gone. Unless you can close wallet, which is what they did with Amazon compared to Alibaba. They basically locked out Alibaba. Alibaba's way ahead of Amazon before Amazon came along. All the warehousing, all that stuff, Alibaba did it. The cloud, Amazon's main profit, the warehouse, the cloud, AWS, yeah, that was stolen from Alibaba. Everything, the Uber compared to the Chinese Didi is way ahead. Innovative, percentage-wise, way ahead. Anything you can give me, I'll show you. The American counterpart is a weaker, patheticer version of the Chinese counterpart. Just because you don't know about it because it's blocked and banned in the West doesn't mean that it's not stronger and better. And so that's what we have here, guys. I wish them luck. I really hope, even they're going to slam a ban on them. They're going to slam. You trust me, it'll be taken off Apple iStore very soon. Trump will ban it. They'll tariff everything. You can't beat innovation, mate. You can't. You could do it in the West. Yeah, you can stick with your Teslas in the West. But everyone else will just move ahead with cheap EVs. 50% of all new car sales in China are EVs. In the UK, they had a 22% target. They couldn't even manage 18%. That's what happens when you ban innovation. You get left behind. You're driving trains, you're in your railways, like the UK, you're in your railway, rather than the future. That is what happens. And the US, the West, already way behind, always was way behind China. The way they pay things, the mobile Apple Pay, mate, everyone pays by like WhatsApp in China. They pay through their social media app. Please stop. It's just so pathetic, the West trying to pretend that it's innovative. It isn't. It really isn't. Right? 5G tech was miles ahead in China before anything was even near. They're still not near in the West. It still hasn't caught up. So please do me a favor. And I wish them luck. I'm happy they popped the bubble. And good luck.